Howdy gamers, what's poppin'? Jester here again, and my right nut still hurts a little bit, but it's doing a lot better. I appreciate everyone who asked, checking up on how the boy's doing. I wanted to go ahead and talk today about the most degenerate shit I ever did. Now I think a lot of people, they did a lot of stuff, like maybe it was illegal, maybe it's a hard drug. I'm not sure. Regardless, I think even a lot of people who did stuff like that would look at what I did and kind of go, ugh. Like, why the fuck would I do that? And just without bullshitting around the thing, it's that I used to have a really big bowl fetish. And if you don't know what a bowl is, I'm sure you know what a cuckold is. A cuckold is someone who has their wife or girlfriend fucked in front of them, and it causes them sexual arousal. Well, a bull's the guy that does the actual hard work and fucks the girlfriend or wife. So, this goes back until I think about 13 or 14, around I think the real peak of when I started abusing my dick. I got really into what was popular at the time, which was like Russian and Czech cuck porn. The Czech Republic and Russia outputted an absolutely astonishing amount of cuck porn, and it was all dog shit, but regardless, it just made me diamonds. So without going into the psychological reasoning behind why I probably desired something like that, because I'm not here to talk about that kind of shit, I absolutely destroyed my teenage dick to that shit. Let's go forward to about 15 years old or so. I was in a relationship for about 2 years, from about 15 to 16 and so, and then we broke up, not even getting into that, and then once I got out of that relationship, which kind of, I felt shitty about, I gotta realize, I ain't fucking with this wholesome shit anymore. I'm gonna embrace the absolute beast that has been residing inside of me. So then I proceeded to start hitting up girls and really trying to be really flirtatious, win over girls, but I wouldn't just go after anyone. I went after girls that had boyfriends that I hated. Like guys I disliked, who I went to high school with, and I thought were pieces of shit, but had a cutie girlfriend. I would start hitting up their girlfriend. And so this kind of happened a couple of times. It was never anything too bad. It was mainly just like blowjobs or like fingering the girl in my car. It was never anything too crazy, but regardless, it gave me such a fucking thrill to do that, knowing they had a boyfriend and I'm such a piece of shit, that I'd keep doing it. And that happened quite a few times. And it eventually almost like being a drug addict and always needing a bigger high, it eventually led up to a point where, I don't know if you've ever seen that cuck porn, it involved, the girl would always tell the guy, the guy wouldn't be there, and then she'd look at his phone and be like, oh, he's been fucking this bitch? And then, the guy would come home, the girl would pretend she doesn't know, and then she would take the guy and she'd tie him down. And then she'd be like, I want to try something new. And then he'd think he's gonna get fucked tied down, he's hyped, and then all of a sudden the bull walks in. That was who I wanted to be. So I got with this girl who was pretty awesome, I should say. She hated her boyfriend, had a lot of issues with her boyfriend, as my piece of shit mind would lead me towards this kind of people, and it eventually got to the point where we had it entirely planned out to do the exact same way. I was gonna fuck a dude's girlfriend right in front of him. It got all planned, and holy shit, I was excited. I think I beat my meat like 5 times a day, looking forward to it. And we had it entirely excited, and then I picked her up, I got her in my car, and we were heading towards the guy's house, where she was going to pretend to get a little crazy. The guy was actually a virgin, so he would have been hyped as shit. And then she would have tied him down, and then I would have walked in and fucked her. However, go back a bit to me driving her, and we were in the car, and we were in front of his house. We kind of had this moment where it's like, we need to take a deep breath before we do this, and it was almost like a come to Jesus moment, where stuff started clicking with me, where it's like, oh, this isn't acting, this isn't porn, this is incredibly illegal. Not only is this probably going to get physical, I'd imagine that I'm not in the legal right to do this. Like, when that really clicked in, like, that guy can legitimately fuck me up. Legally, physically, who knows? I probably could have beat his ass. I'm the bull in this situation. But regardless, almost nothing good was going to come out of this other than getting my dick wet. And and then I think in this moment of silence, her and I had this spiritual connection where we thought the same thing, because she started crying. And I'm not a bad person. I don't want to fuck a crying bitch. And we kind of talked about it and came to terms with, oh wow, this is really fucked up. Like, really, really fucked up. And so I drove her home, and I never beat my meat to cuck porn again. It's been since then I beat my meat to cuck porn. It's just, I think it's kind of goes for a good example of, like, a lot of times with porn, or a lot of times in anything you do, you can play this fantasy up in your fucking head. When it actually comes to doing it, you're like, oh man. Oh fuck, that's rough. That's real rough. So this is something I really wanted to share. It's the most degenerate thing I've ever done. I don't think anything even comes remotely close to it. But thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night. And please don't look at me for who to learn stuff from.